I'm Nancy Norman with Weekly Wisdom, and I am so excited. I have a brand new, beautiful website. It's informational, inspirational, and frankly, just plain fabulous. Just plain fabulous. If you're a true student, you will love my new website because on a monthly basis we'll have new things that we'll be posting. For instance, every month there will be something new and it will be called Monthly Metaphysical Insights. Something that maybe you had not known before, or maybe you would like to know more about. We also have the Statement of Being and the Oath of Manifestation. Those two things would be those would be good things that you could have as a part of your morning spiritual practice. And in the evening before you go to bed, saying those two things would enhance your life a great deal. We also will have the monthly class prayers. And of course, on Sunday will be the audio Weekly Wisdom, Thoughts on Truth. And on Wednesdays will be my video blog on Weekly Wisdom, Thoughts on Truth. So it's going to be great. Tell all your friends and family. You can see it by going to nancynorman.net. nancynorman.net. Take a look at it and let me know what you think. And now, our class. The New York Times had an article this past week which spoke about the most popular class ever at Yale University. Want to know what the class was? Psychology and the Good Life. The subject, happiness. I think we all want to be happy. We all want to live the good life. And I love that Yale University, that it is so well attended. It started off with 300 students within 3 days. That was doubled, and within a short period of time, they were up to 1,200 students. And more wanted to take it, but the class was closed. The class deals with behavioral changes. Sound familiar? The professor has filmed the course material, and it will be a free online educational class titled The Science of Well-Being, and will be available on Coursera, which is Coursera, Coursera. You can sign up and take the class in a very short period of time. I couldn't help but think that as I read this article that those of us who are studying the book by Florence Scovel Shinn called The Game of Life and How to Play It, I thought, we're ahead of the game. We are ahead of the game. We're learning how important it is to clean up and clean out any negative self-defeating thoughts, ideas, or beliefs that no longer serve us. You know, it's like, would you carry a bag of garbage around with you for a year? Absolutely not. That bag of garbage, you want to get out by the street and have the waste management pick it up as soon as possible. Well, you know what? We're carrying around a bunch of garbage in our mind, in our life. We carry it around from one event to another, from one day to another. And you know what? When it gets right down to it, it gets pretty stinky, not very pleasant, and it influences our life. So what we are doing is looking at those old negative self-defeating thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that no longer serve us. And we're saying, we're finished with that garbage. We are cleaning up our whole life. So we're doing that because I believe you and I are ready to experience the upgrade in life. We're upgrading our life. We're upgrading our life. In doing so, it takes faith. And what I know is that God has a plan for each of us. So upgrading our life and deciding to follow the plan of our life is not a scary thing. It's a wonderful thing because we know that we live in a sea of pure positive potential, and the greater good is wanting to come forth. So I know that there's a divine plan for you and for me. There's a place for each of us to fill that no one else can fill. Something that we are to do, which no one else can do. Remember, nothing stands between you and me and our highest and greatest good. Nothing except doubt and fear. The universe is always conspiring to bring us that which will bless us and bless others. The bounty of the universe is ours to experience. So we must learn to turn within and listen to that still small voice, the voice of God. Maybe you want to call it the voice of your angel, whatever. But it's that still small voice that we hear. Maybe not audibly, but we feel it. We know it's there. And sometimes we call that still small voice the voice of intuition. And we have intuitive hunches. Well, Florence Scovel Shinn tells a story of a woman who came to her for a treatment for prosperity because she was down and out, discouraged, fearful. She had $8 to her name. And she told Florence Scovel Shinn that she had a hunch. And that hunch was to go back to her hometown. And so Florence Scovel Shinn said, we must always follow our intuitive hunches. She then blessed the $8, putting into practice exactly what Jesus has taught us to do. Remember how he blessed and multiplied the loaves and the fishes? Well, that's what she did. She blessed what was there, the $8. And remember, Jesus taught us, that every single person has the power to bless and to multiply, to heal and to prosper. So she spoke these words: Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance for Mary. She is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to her by divine right. You can take that particular affirmation and just turn some of the words around. Infinite Spirit, open the way for the great abundance for me and for you. I'm speaking the word for you right now. You are an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to you by divine right. So the woman was told to repeat that affirmation continually over and over and over again, which she did. She went to her hometown, and there were new opportunities, people she met in a very short period of time. She had thousands of dollars. There's always plenty. I want you to know this. There's always plenty on our pathway of life. But it can only be brought into manifestation through desire, faith, and the spoken word. So this week, let's you and I practice with this affirmation. In fact, I'm going to speak this for my audience, for the Weekly Wisdom audience. And I'm saying for you right now, Infinite Spirit, open the way for the great abundance for the Weekly Wisdom audience. They are an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to them by divine right. You can personalize that, and you can affirm it for yourself. It's a great thing. It's a powerful thing. So Next week, we're going to continue with more prosperity. It happens to be my favorite subject, so we'll probably be doing this for quite some time. God bless you, and don't forget to check out nancynorman.net. God bless you, and have a prosperous week.